Hey dreamers, this is Jade. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. It is time for another journal catch-up session. So this is footage I've taken over the course of weeks, and I just compiled them into a one video of all the stuff that I'm catching up on. So this is my mini bullet journal, and this is basically just putting down images that go with specific days and stuff that I skipped over because I knew I wanted to put an image down, and I just hadn't had the chance to arrange it and print and cut it at the time. So this day was actually a day I went to go see Beetlejuice. I like to go on Tuesdays in my area because number one, it's a weekday, so there's going to be less people going. So at the movie theater. And so it's less crowded. I don't have to worry about people breathing and coughing all over me and all that kind of stuff. And two, it's also cheaper on specifically this day. So I usually tend to, if I go to the movies, I tend to like to go on Tuesdays to my local theater. And so yeah, those are my reasons. I did try to stamp this thing out. It is from an Everyday Explorers, but it's an Everyday Explorer stamp, but it was a collaboration with Abby C. Not sure if they still have these. Anyway, I really like that stamp. I do not like the stamping pad that I used. As I've said, it needs to be replaced. And that day was actually, it was a picture of my brother and sister. My sister be surprising everybody all the time. So like how I went to go see her in May to go see Craig David. She decided to get tickets to the Giants game where she lives because my brother is a huge Giants fan, and treat him to come see her for a day. It was a quick turnaround for him. It was just a day. He came up in the morning and left at night or whatever, but they went to go see the Giants game, and I just needed to print the pictures out to go with my entry for that day. And so yeah, this is basically what I do. Sometimes I write my entry if it's something like really quick and not too complicated, and then sometimes I just add pictures, and then I will go back in and actually write out the entry off camera because sometimes I ain't got it to do it on camera. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just getting some more pictures down. This was appointments I had, etc, etc. I don't know why I do this every time. I need to cut out the footage of me opening and closing the book so many times. Maybe I'll do it once and then just edit it together to make it look like it was only one time, even though I'm doing it so several times throughout the month. But anyway, I am finishing up here with getting all of my September watch list and my books read and playlist done. And so I have all the icons and everything like that printed out that I need. I just need to go in and make my boxes for everything. And to keep up with what I am watching and when I finish it during the course of the month, the boxes that I do make, I will make the outline of the boxes in pencil, or I'll just do like the dots where I need to bring the lines together, and I will just write the name of the show that I finished in the spot that it needs to go in. So as you can see, the pencil light there, so I know what icon goes in what box and when I'm finishing everything. And so I'm just going ahead and getting all of the stuff that I need to sketch out and stuff like that done first, and then I can go back through and just add all of the pictures that I need. I figured this is the first time I've done it like that instead of just doing it bit by bit, and I actually feel like I like this better. It was so much easier to just get through everything once everything is done, and then I can just put everything in place. So yeah, that's what I'm doing here. I think I ended up reading like 9 books this month, and so getting all of those books sketched out so I can put the names and stuff in the book spaces that I made here, my little bookshelf here. And so yeah, and then once I'm done with that, of course I do go in and start adding my pictures and stuff like that. So I ended up watching The Worst Ex Ever. Crazy, okay? And then I watched the first season of Interview with a Vampire, and I loved it. It was so good. So now I know why everybody is talking about this show, and I understand, and I am anxious to watch the second season. I don't know if I'll be able to watch that on Netflix because they probably won't get it for a while. But anyway, me and my mom, we finished Claim to Fame. And if I'm being honest, I don't know who else out there watched it. I did not like the person that won this time, so I was very unsatisfied with the ending. Whereas the first 2 seasons, I was very satisfied with whoever had won. I just really did not like that guy, like at all. Um, and I just, it just, I'm aggravated that he won. So, but anyway, as you saw, watch Beetlejuice. I finally watched the third season of Bel Air. So good, loved it. Finally, watched Boy Kills World. I have been wanting to. I actually wanted to see that in the theater, and I missed the window for it. And so I was able to finally watch it, and I loved it. And so Ed Sheeran is, I don't know what that was. Oh no, it was Touch and Go. Touch and Go was my song that I have been listening to the most this month, and I didn't have that on repeat intentionally, but that's what ended up being my number one. So yeah, it's not a surprise. Anyway, I'm in my one line a day journal, basically doing the same thing. As I said before, it's a lot of repetitive stuff. As far as my mini bullet journal, my one line a day journal, and my 5-year Hobonichi journal, but so far I am okay with that. When it gets to the point where I'm sick of it, the one line a day journal will be the first to go. However, I doubt that I will. I'm pretty sure that I will just keep up with it regardless, because I only have, after this year, I only have 2 more years to fill up this one line a day journal, and I really want to see the whole thing completed. I've done a pretty good job keeping up this year and last year. I don't know that I have too many days where nothing is there or any at all. I'm not sure. But yeah. So anyway, moving on to my 5-year journal in my Hobonichi, doing the same thing. This series of pictures here, me and my brother had went back to McKay, so I took a lot of pictures of the bookshelves and stuff I was looking through. And then I had like a lot of different, like, of course, Beetlejuice. And then I had like a lot of different appointments and stuff that I needed to go through. I was very, very anxious about. One was I had an MRI for my liver, and I do not like getting in those MRI machines. At least the ones that I've been in, they're like coffins to me, and I'm very, very claustrophobic. And then, of course, it didn't help that the lead up to having to do these appointments, and then I have another one in October 4th. But it didn't help that the lead up to these, I was imagining being buried alive. I was imagining every weird, crazy scenario you could have of somebody being confined in a tight, small space in the dark. And it was a mess. Okay, it was a boondoggle. I was trying to calm myself down, but it was not working. However, once I finally got to the appointment, thankfully, I asked the guy if I could go in feet first, and he was like, "Yeah, oh yeah, that's fine." And I also had anxiety medication that the doctors prescribed me to take beforehand, so that was very helpful as well. And also, the machine this time that I went to, it was bigger anyway. The opening was bigger, so it wasn't so. I wasn't like shoved into this tight space. So that was a relief. But now I'm anxious all over again about my MRI in October, and I'm just hoping the same thing. I at least hope I can go in feet first, so I'm not, like feeling like. And then too, because they pack this stuff on you, so you feel like you can't move anyway. It's a mess. Okay, I know I'm getting really too deep into this. Anyway, I am now in my photo a day journal, getting that caught up. The reason I took a picture of my screen where that Emily in Paris was is because you all know the little trend now, very cuteful, very mindful. I just thought it was cool, or funny, that I turned on Netflix, and of course that screen came up, and under it, where all that stuff, it said shows that are like very cuteful, very demure, very mindful. And I just wanted to take a picture of that just to show you how trends and things like that can transcend a lot of different stuff, and everybody can pick it up. Because even now, recently I just saw a picture somebody had, of going into Barnes and Noble, and there was a book table, but the title that they had on the table was not cutesy, not demure, not mindful. So I think it was like dark romance or something like that. But yeah, I just had to record that, and so this is also a great thing of why I am keeping this photo a day journal, just to keep up with the stuff that's happening, social media wise, news wise, all that kind of stuff, that is trending now. And so in a few years, you wonder if people will even remember that or whatever, or at least you'll have a piece of it, and you'll remember when it became really popular and stuff like that. So anyway, this is again my trip to McKay's. Like I said, I do repeat throughout the books, and this was a book I was reading at the time, House of Bane and Blood, and I actually really liked it. So I'm definitely gonna have to continue the series. I think, though, I'm not sure, even though I really liked it, I'm not sure it's a book that I want to keep the physical copy of. So instead of getting the second book in the physical copy, I think I may just buy it digitally. So we'll see about that, but I will be getting it because I do want to read the second in the series, and I think it's a duology, so I think that will be the last one, but I'm not 100% sure, so don't quote me on that. Anyway, now that I have all my pictures and decorations down, I'm just going back through and writing the blurb about all of the things that are in the pictures, just to remind myself if I happen to forget. This book was not good. I did not enjoy it at all. It was very toxic. And then they tried to like pass it off as the toxicity as, oh, I'm just dealing with trauma. No, go see a therapist if that's what you're doing. Okay, don't try to make this okay. Don't try to make this behavior okay. It's not okay. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, let me get off my soapbox. Anyway, taking pictures of more books I might want to get. I was in Barnes & Noble this day, and then this was actually a stack of books that I did get. So yeah, anyway, I was in Barnes & Noble this day as well. Don't judge me, okay? I know. Anyway, and I saw this display of Monkey D. Luffy, and I just had to take a picture. It was so cute. So yeah, anyway, this day I was just out and about. I had to go to Marshall's for some reason, or Dollar Tree. I don't know. But I hit both of them that day. And definitely that mailbox. And so, yeah. Anyway, just getting all of my blurbs written down. And that pretty much wraps this video up. If you have any comments or questions about anything, please leave those below. I trust that you all have been safe and well. If you enjoyed this content, please consider liking, subscribing, and sharing. And I will catch you all in the next video. Bye!